This is a question that I just have just for Miss Sin City. No, I'm not trying to get in y'all mess, and no, honestly, I can care less about it. And that's not in a cocky way. That's just my truth in my heart, the matter of what I'm doing. I'm not on here for popularity, to be honest. I'm on here telling my story about my life, about what happened to me, about my near death experience, about going blind, about ending up in a wheelchair from gastric bypass complications. I suffered a near death experience. I went blind and I was in a hospital for for over a year away from my babies, my children. They had to spend time without their mother. They flew from California and relocated to Vegas without their mother. My baby boy has autism. My daughter was stuck taking care of my baby boy as a child when it was my job while I fought for my life when I was only 99 pounds in a hospital bed, stuck with tubes in my body and blind. But God, He brought healing in my life through Apostle Diane Lestrick, who prayed and sat at my bedside while I suffered. She began to rebuke death. She began to prophesy and speak over my life right in that hospital room where I had my journey, where I had a journey. And I began to see things and I began to have a talk with God. Oh, I've been some places and I've seen some things. But can I tell you something? I would never be in a place as soft as I'm talking now and as humble as I'm talking to be disrespectful to be loved the way you walked in front of her as though she didn't exist, flipping your hip, twisting and turning it because you caught the man that you wanted. Be love's brother. You don't know how vexed I was. If I could have reached through that phone and slapped the yellow off your skin, I would have. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it a band. No, I don't have the follower numbers like you yet, but I know how to support. I thank God for Be Love, and I'd never, no matter how many millions of people go watch my story, because I have a story, because I got something to say, because I know the miracles in my life, they're real. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking about it yet, because I'm going to talk about it on my sister's channel, Be Love's Life, because she really made an impact in my life. And I'm never going to be arrogant to not tell the truth about where I stand in things in the mukbang community. I depended on her every single day. I ate like her because I ordered the food like her. I spent money like she did every single mukbang she had. I previewed what she was going to eat, and I ordered it. I ordered it through the Grubhub and all of those people. I ordered so much like her that my nurses would fight in the hallway over who was going to take care of me. I literally would hear them fighting. Because guess what? I fed them whenever she cooked. I took care of the people around me because I never wanted nobody to starve. I gave things away to people. I had my husband give me a pantry in my hospital room because I never wanted a nurse or anybody around me to starve because I had major malnutrition. I was only 99 pounds with tubes hanging from my body. I'm in a wheelchair right now. I sit in a wheelchair and I'm not walking because I chose a surgery because of my experience whenever my father died. He died right in my arms. My father, my daddy. the man that raised me, my father. He took his last breath and blew it right in my face as he was fighting to try to stay alive, and he couldn't because he was succumbed by death from complications from multiple sclerosis and diabetes. That's right. So out of my pain, I elected with my twin sisters to get gastric bypass surgery. I'll talk about how that happened. I'll talk about what I went through and how I know that people are out to get folks for their money. I know that a lot of people that have it right now was business move for a lot of doctors. But they never told us that this was going to be our result. If anybody knows anybody that has had this surgery, you better tune them into my channel so they can know what really is the deal. I'm not about popularity out here. I'm not out to try to make multimillionaires just because to say I'm attached to somebody out here. I'm out here trying to tell folks about what happened to my life and try to help them to prevent it from theirs. If you know anybody that has had this surgery, you better have them tune into my channel because it could save their life. It could help them not go blind. It could help prevent them from being in a wheelchair like me. Watch the example from my life now. Anybody you know that has had this surgery, you want to tune them into my channel, trust me. I have years of medical records that I'm going to show them to show them what happened to my body. I'm going to break it down. That's right. I'm waiting on my medical records because I'm not going to just be talking about stuff without giving you real medical facts. Giving you real live numbers on what my blood levels were as far as nutrition, as far as everything, all those years, and what it took to get me into a healthy state that appeared, and the sacrifices of what I would have to do to make that happen. I want them all to know. I'm not going to talk about too much stuff right now, but I will let y'all know, but I'm just giving it a point at any rate. Even if all the time millions are about to come to my channel because you want to see this. You want to see what happened to my body. You want to see how my body is going to blow my control. I love my body every day, right? The vision that I do have. Because now we're bifocal different. But guess what? I'm not in the dark anymore. That's actually in the dark. Just to all. I'm trying to give you an example of what I felt like. I was in my space. I was blind. What happened? And things changed for like for us as the ones you gather. Like, my point is to miss sweetheart became very arrogant. That's why you have haters. That's why you have people in the comments beat you up because you had the attitude as though because I can. You thought that you got a prize. You could understand something, sis. That platform with the seafood boils, guess what? That's Love's platform. You're never going to compete with her. And that's why people are like that. I can say all this to you, being even in my position and humbly honoring Beloveslife's channel, honoring her legacy, honoring her labor. See, you wasn't there when she first started. I could tell you that. I was one of the ones in her live chat. You go check her history. Because I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking about it. You go check her history. You go check her lives when she first started. And you look for Flora Langston. And you look for those long posts where I was thanking her for what she did. You go check it out. Trust and believe you wasn't nowhere around. She didn't have all those subscriber numbers, sis. I was there when she only had 500. I was there when she was grinding hard. I was there. I watched it. When they sat on her channel and Nate would give advice and talk about different things on her steps, they would talk about her. Beloved would talk about it. You weren't there. I watched. I took notes in the hospital. I wrote down plans, and guess what? I did my homework while y'all was running around doing whatever. Even before you even was on there as Sin City. I was taking notes a long time ago. I knew not to be on there and be messy. That's why you don't see my channel moving like it was, like it could have. You go check my date of when I started. You check my start date. You'll find that I've been on here for a long time. But I just had wisdom and not to be out here. Yeah, I told my testimony, but guess what? I told it on her channel, on her lives. You go follow it. You go check it out. Look at my name. What I'm not going to do is come on this platform lying, trying to be arrogant and nothing I'm not. Simply trying to help you, sis. If you want people to really like you, then you do that. And my advice and what I'm going to do, I will have my comments off for a minute. I'm telling you I am. Will I have lives? Absolutely. Because I want to answer people's questions. But I'm not going to be distracted right now. I have to build this platform. I'm not going to be distracted. Y'all just keep watching. You're going to see VR. You're going to see 3D effects. Go look at my channel right now. I have a dinosaur on there right now. You go see Jurassic Park out here. From this girl that they said was blind. From this girl that's in a wheelchair. That's right. From this girl who lost everything while she lost that weight. They didn't tell you that part. But I'm gaining my independence back. That's right. And I'm going to show all of you what I can do even after I was blind. All of the 3D graphic art that you're going to see and everything that I'm about to do, Sin City, and everything, right? You don't know the multi-millions that are going to be coming to my channel just because I was blind and what I'm going to do. Trust me, I'm good at it. And it's not being arrogant, it's being confident. And I'm humble enough to still honor Beloveslife's channel. I'll never disrespect her channel like you did. You don't see what you did. And I'm sure you don't because you thought, ha ha, I got the prize. No, sis, you didn't. And we're going to talk about it. And I'll be coming up with a song. Yes, I even sing. And I'm going to be dedicated to Beloveslife's channel and to her because I honor her like that. Am I going to come with the runs? Absolutely. I've been doing runs since I was 5 years old, literally in my room. Am I arrogant about it? I could have been singing. I don't sing through my nose like some folks, and they think they sound good. They sound like they sound nasal, like they need to go blow their nose and block it. Some people don't even know how to do that. They sound like, yeah. That sounds just a mess to me. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about folks because that's not what I'm here for. But we'll worship God in the beauty of holiness. We'll worship God and everything like that. That's who we are. You'll experience it. I'm not going to do a lot of talking about it because I'm not arrogant. I just know that where I am and where I worship God is. And if you need healing for your life and you need deliverance for your life, you just come and sit on my channel and just listen to the worship. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking about mess and drama. I'm going to talk about God's mercy for my life. You take it for what it's worth. Learn to humble yourself, sis. And trust me, I'm sure you get more support.